Alright, what is up guys, and today I am doing something a little bit different. Now, what I wanted to do is something entirely new, so we've all seen my play, well, we've not all, but we've seen what I've done for Terminator Resistance, right? I played it, thought it was a fantastic game. I thought it would be cool if we did a little review, so let's just picture it. Let's picture it a little. So obviously the whole Skynet thing and everything. So honestly, my opinion of the game was it was really good. It was fantastic, and like I said in the beginning, the first video that I've did with it, I just picture myself in this situation, this little nuclear fallout, and just these crazy machines just taking over the world and everything. Me personally, I'm a sucker for sci-fi films, so yeah, I mean, Terminator's what I grew up with and what I saw, but let's just get to the review of the gameplay. So what I can say though is this game is focusing on the future war, obviously, from the two iconic films, Terminator 1 and 2, is what it's really based around, those two movies. And what else that I thought that was pretty cool that they did was they actually decided, let's make this a game, but also let's keep everything intact, because the new Terminator films, as you know, it's just, in my opinion, it's a little bit kind of whack, even though I understand the whole alternative future and everything. But as goes for the gameplay, okay, so the gameplay was actually pretty okay. It was easy. I learned it. Simple. I wish there were some other movement systems involved, like vaulting over stuff, climbing on ledges, but apparently that wasn't in the game, and understandable. I know that's like probably like some of the things they could have maybe done better, the movement, but I can see how they don't want it too much to look like a new Call of Duty game, to where they're like, oh boy, to where someone's gonna play it and he's like, this is Infinite Warfare 2. This ain't Terminator. But, so I can understand them doing that, to where they don't want your heads up display, they don't want your HUD looking too much like Call of Duty, but as goes for the game, it was really great to see a story of the future war, because in the films we don't get that too much. We don't get the other side of what's really going on besides salvation, but that was early stage in the war. So what I thought was cool was they actually decided, let's make this into a future game. And the other fact that I thought was pretty well was they decided that they would fit this game in directly in the movies as well, to where it all came together, and the gameplay and everything like that was like really well. And honestly now when I hear when I watch Terminator, I'm always gonna be thinking about Terminator Resistance and everything like that, and I'm just gonna be like, okay, so Private Rivers was in this this little battle and everything like that. This is my first time doing a review, so I don't know how this is gonna come out. It's probably gonna, I'm not sure if it's coming out really good and everything like that. I also, like, the microphone, I made an adjustment, so if it sounds like I'm really close, it's because I made some adjustments. But well, let's not get into that right now. So that's all. Maybe one day I'll do something like how I record and whatnot, but anyways, that's not the main important thing. What's important though is that the game itself, it's a masterpiece. The fans love it and everything like that. Most people don't, because of the graphics. I can understand why. I've seen some of the bugs and the stuff that's happened on the gameplay, to where it looks like an Xbox 360 game. But other than that, it's like, this game, if you don't know what Terminator is, it's like, well, why the fuck are you playing it? I'm kidding. It's more of if you love the original first two, you're gonna love the game. If you're someone that doesn't know what Terminator is at all, you're gonna play it, and then you're probably gonna think like this is stupid. But like, I mean, it's like I said, the game is meant for the fans of the first two original. And I just thank the creators that made the game, because like I said, not a whole bunch of people like worked on it and everything, because it was like a really short credit scene, because like they just decided, okay, let's make this game as best as we can with our limited resources and people. And that was pretty cool. And then the other thing that I liked about it was it actually took some parts from the movies, and there was little Easter egg things in there. As goes for the beginning of the game, and you going around, you're trying to find the Resistance, you're trying to link up with them, tell them about the new infiltration unit that Skynet is developing. And you're trying to warn the other you're trying to warn the other divisions that there is a new infiltrator unit, and it is really scary, and it wipes out everything. And this is the T-800, as we all know. The other good thing I like is that in the game, you meet people, and it's kind of like a little thing where you have to talk to everyone. You know their story more, and then also like you know their story more. You talk, you bond with them, and you actually kind of get attached to them a little more. And it's like in the beginning of the thing, how it said when you talk to Patrick, your choices matter, and they do. And I'm pretty sure they matter a lot, especially to Jennifer, because you can have a little romance scene with her. So after I played the game, I looked up a bunch of gameplay, and it seems like you can get multiple endings to this game, and I thought that was pretty crazy, because I saw one gameplay where the guy didn't even get the reprogrammed the CPU, and I was like, wait, what? And I saw like the outro thing, and it turns out like the Terminator 2 robot was never sent back, and I thought that was crazy. But there's like, I'm not sure how many endings I saw. I got one of them. I think there's like 3 altogether. 3 or 4. I'm not 100% sure, but overall though, like the other thing as well, I keep mentioning it, it's they don't strafe off of the story too much. It's kind of like, it's like this game is the 5th film. Okay, so just picture Terminator 1, 2, 3, and 4. Forget Genesis and forget Dark Fate. It's like Resistance goes as the 5th movie, to where it goes back to number 1. So it basically goes like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then Terminator Resistance, and then back to 1, 2, 3. Because you have to understand, in these films it goes future to past to future to past. It kind of goes in that sequence a little bit. Just a little bit. It doesn't go too much, because in order to protect the past, you gotta protect the future as well. Like, if you know what I mean by that. Like, in Terminator Salvation, John Connor, he's looking for Kyle Reese, He's basically just looking for Kyle Reese. He's trying to tell him, like, and save him, so that way he can send Kyle Reese back in time, because that's his father, so he needs him to live, obviously, and Skynet's trying to hunt him down in that film. But let's get back to the main game. I'm actually talking about the whole freaking story and lore. But the game, in the beginning of it, I will say it is a little bit boring, just a little, because you're just shooting like stupid enemies. You're shooting like, the spiders. You're shooting the other, I already forgot what it's called, the other Terminator with the 2 guns on the side, and then your guns can't do anything to the T-800s. It's understandable. It's kind of like whatnot. But as you play more and more of it, you start bonding with the characters more, you start learning new things, and then you can actually start using weapons more. You start using the future weapons a little more, and it makes everything just feel so real, like you're actually just using the straight out weapons from the movies. And the sound effects are just so on point. You know, they really just go well. And then it sounds, it's just like you're in the movies, you know, and everything like that. The other thing as well that I really liked about the game was that when you progressed, there was some more other enemies that you saw that you were kind of unsure of if they were actually in the story. I'm talking about that Decepticon looking thing. To me, it looked like a harvester, but a smaller version of it, and it was more of an offense instead of a prisoner capture thing type of Terminator. But like I keep saying, this game, in my opinion, was a really good one. The soundtracks, the guns, the voice lines were a little bit off. Like when someone talked, it looked like the people just made their mouths move, even though what they said didn't look like that's what they came out of their mouth. But, and then there's a little bit of cheeky lines here too, mainly for Jennifer, but I mean, in a world like that, you still have to have feelings, even though all around you is just craziness and it looks like you're gonna give up hope and whatnot. But it's really not the best decision to do that in that type of situation thing. You still gotta bond, and you still gotta have those feelings. You still have to have remorse, sympathy, like almost every human does. That's the greatness in humanity. You care about others, you know, and then you rise up in these tougher times. We're never tested so much when it comes to worse times, to where we all have to unite and bond, no matter what differences or anything like that. But overall, I will say that this game, I did like it. I would give it a good 9 out of 10. Like, personally, I would give it a 10 out of 10, but the only problems for me was just the movement. It was kind of a little bit tricky for me to get it down in the beginning, my sensitivity. Even though I turned it up, it was kind of hard to move. And that was mainly it. The voice line, a little, not too much. But I just wish there was a little more like movements, things you can do, like lean around the corner and shoot. And also like some of the scenes as well. I don't know if it wasn't, I'm pretty sure like in the beginning of the game it mainly looked like it was a VHS tape. To where I'm like, this looks like an Xbox 360 game, you know, and everything like that. But overall, it's a great game. I recommend, if you guys are really like hardcore Terminator fans, kind of like I am, I would say get it. It's really good, especially if you like the first 2 films. Yeah, this game passes and you should just get it. I mean, probably saw already what was gonna happen, but it's all good. You don't have to specifically go like my way. You can do your own way, and that's actually interesting. If once you create your own ways, it just allows you to look at someone else's like either gameplay, or it allows you to look at it and be like, oh, I could have done that better, or dude, that's crazy, I didn't know that, or that. Because like I said, I only got, well, apparently I got 2 endings from the last video of the Terminator Resistance I did. I went back in time and then I decided not to. I believe there's one other ending where if you don't get the CPU from Alvin and then take it to Mac, the Terminator 2 Guardian Protector to protect John from the films doesn't even, he doesn't even show up. And then I was just like, that's crazy. I thought it was pretty crazy, but I don't want to make, I'm pretty sure I'm rambling on and on. I didn't want to make this video too long, so I'm gonna end it here. Terminator Resistance, pretty good game in my opinion. If you're hardcore Terminator fans, yeah, like I said, I recommend getting it. The price is really cheap now. Like I said, it's just a really good game in my opinion, in my heart. And it was my first playthrough to where I had good quality and decent microphone sound, even though you can hear my controller scrambling. But honestly, I thought I did good, but hopefully we can do some more Let's Plays, 100% sure that I will be doing some more Let's Plays. 100% sure, no matter even if it's a small or big game and everything like that. But I just wanted to do this because I thought like it would be a good idea to review some games. Like after I got done playing all of them, I would say what's wrong, what I like, this and that and that. And then I know in this video I kind of rambled on about the story when I shouldn't have. But I'm pretty sure most of you guys saw all of the films or most of them. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace out.